Hi, I'm Kristin Omdahl and welcome to my studio. Welcome to the crochet along for the Wren crochet motif top. This is so simple. It has so many options. You can wear it as a top to fit, oversized for a poncho. There are 8 sizes plus charts included in the pattern. The pattern is free for a limited time here on Patreon. It will eventually become a paid pattern on my website, and you also here on Patreon are getting a VIP early access to the crochet along, which starts now. There are 3 parts to the video. In the first video, I'm going to show you how to make the square motif. In the second video, I'm going to show you how to make the triangle motif and join it to the squares. And in the third video, I'm going to show you how to join together to make the waistband, which will then create your armhole openings and your waist opening. Let's get started. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the triangle motif for the Wren crochet motif pullover. In the last video, I showed you how to make the square motif. This is worked in the round with increases, and you do not turn your work at the end of each round. This time we're going to be working increases in rows, and we will be turning our work at the end of each row. So the triangle motif begins with a chain 4 and slip stitch to the 4th chain from your hook to form a ring. Round 1 begins with a chain 6, which counts as a double crochet chain 3. And then we're going to work a double crochet in the ring. Double crochet is yarn over your hook, insert your hook in the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. Let's do 2 more double crochets in the ring. Chain 3. And 3 more double crochets in the ring. Chain 3. And 1 more double crochet in the ring. This is what your work should look like at the end of row 1, and you should have 3 chain 3 corners. We're going to turn our work, slip stitch into the first chain 3 space, and begin row 2. Row 2 begins with a chain 6 that counts as a double crochet chain 3, and then we'll work 3 double crochets in that same space. Chain 2. In the next chain 3 space, we're going to work 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet, chain 2, and in the last chain 3 space, we're going to work 3 double crochet, chain 3, 1 double crochet. And this is what your work should look like at the end of row 2. You should have 3 chain 3 spaces, or 3 chain 3 corners. Okay, we're going to now turn our work and slip stitch into the first chain 3 space, and now we're ready to begin row 3. Row 3 begins with a chain 6, counts as a double crochet chain 3, and then we'll work 3 double crochets in that same first space. Chain 2, skip 3 double crochets in the next chain 2 space, work 3 double crochets. Chain 2, skip 3 double crochets in this chain 3 space, work 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. Chain 2, skip 3 double crochets in the next chain 2 space, work 3 double crochets. chain 2. In the last chain 3 space, work 3 double crochet, chain 3, 1 double crochet. And this is what your work should look like at the end of row 3, and you should have 3 chain 3 corners. Notice that we have one section of 3 double crochets in each of the sides of the triangle now. For row 3, it's 1. Then in row 4, it's going to be 2 sets of it. And then going forward, you're always going to increase this 3 double crochet section by 1 more repeat on each additional row. So let me show you what that means on row 4. We're going to start by turning our work and slip stitching into the first chain 3 space. Chain 6 counts as a double crochet, chain 3, and work 3 more double crochets in that same first space. Chain 2, skip 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets in the next chain 2 space. Chain 2, skip 3 double crochets and work 3 double crochets in the next chain 2 space. Chain 2, skip 3 double crochets in the next chain 3 space. We're going to work 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. Chain 2, skip 3 double crochets in the next chain 2 space, work 3 double crochets. Chain 2, skip 3 double crochets in the next chain 2 space, work 3 double crochets. Chain 2, skip 3 double crochets in the last chain 3 space, work 3 double crochet, chain 3, 1 double crochet. And this is what your work should look like at the end of row 4. Notice that we increased on each side from 1 set of 3 doubles to 2 sets, and each row going forward will increase by 1 more repeat on each side of the triangle. And each row will also always have the 3 chain 3 corners. You want to repeat row 4 in your established increasing pattern until you've done the same number of rows for your triangle as you've done rounds for your square. You want to make sure they're the exact same size. Make 2 of these, and then I'm going to show you how we join all of this together. When it comes time to assembling the motifs together to make the top, you want to refer to the schematic to get an idea of what pieces go where. So the 2 squares are going to be the sleeves, and the 2 triangles are going to be the front and back. And if you notice on the schematic, there are solid lines and dotted lines. A dotted line represents a folded line. So these squares are folded in half to become the front and back of the sleeves like this. And you'll notice on the schematic that this line is dotted. So what I like to do is on the last round of the triangle, the last row of the triangles, which is the same number of rows as rounds of the squares, we're going to join 2 each of these motifs as we go. And it's really simple. You're going to do the pattern exactly as written for whatever row or round you're doing, because remember, you can make this as big or as small as you want for whatever size you're making and whatever weight of yarn you're using. The only difference is we're going to replace all of the chain 3s and all of the chain 2s with a chain 3 join, which means chain 1, slip stitch to the adjacent motif space, chain 1. That's it. So let's do row 4 of one of the triangles and join it to the fronts of these 2 squares. We don't have to keep them folded right now. We'll do that when we do the other side. It'll be a little easier if we keep them flat so we don't mistakenly work through 2 thicknesses. Okay, so the first chain 6 counts as a double crochet chain 3. So let's start with the chain 3. The chain 3 is the double crochet portion. The next chain 3 is a chain 3 space. So let's replace that chain 3 with a chain 3 join. So it would be chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1, and then work in our established pattern, 3 double crochets in that same space. So next in the pattern is a chain 2. Well, we're going to replace that with the chain 3 join. Chain 1, slip stitch to the next chain 2 space, chain 1, skip 3 doubles and 3 doubles in the next chain 2 space. Whoops. Then it's a chain 2 being replaced with the chain 3 join. Skip 3 doubles and 3 double crochets in the next chain 2 space. Chain 1, slip stitch, in the adjacent motifs next chain 2 space, chain 1, skip 3 doubles, and now we're ready to do the corner. In the corner, we're going to be joining to the chain 3 space in each of these motifs. So it's going to be 3 double crochets in the chain 3 space, chain 1, then insert your crochet hook into this chain 3 space and this chain 3 space and slip stitch through both, chain 1, and 3 double crochets in that same chain 3 space. Okay, now let's set our work down so you can see we've joined in the corner now, and now we're going to do what we did on this side, but exactly the same on this side, but we're going to join to this motif instead. Ah, I've run out of yarn. Okay, well, this would be a double crochet right here. One. Let's add a little more yarn. Okay, and so we've got one side done. Now when we fold these two over, you can start to see that top shape. Now let's turn this whole thing over then, because we're going to join this way to join the second triangle motif. Okay, so I've told you how to do it, so I'm just going to show you how to do it on this second motif. Okay, so now we have all 4 of our motifs joined, and as you can see, we have a neck opening here, and we either have the bottom hem open if we wanted it to be a poncho, or if we wanted to add a waistband, we would start from the corners here, the 2 corners of the sleeve, start here, work across the lower edge of the body, and end here at the 2nd corner of the sleeve, and that would give us our armhole openings and then give us our waistband. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check back for the rest of the videos. This is a 3-part video series for the crochet along for the Wren crochet motif top. I hope you'll join me. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you in the next video.